All right, what's up, guys? So here's the thing. I'm gonna be reacting to pretty much every video possible, talking on wrongful strikes, like giving the YouTubers. Starting off with Markiplier. Now I have seen this video, but it's been a while since I've watched this video, so I don't remember everything in the video that Markiplier said. But I do know that he did wrongfully get a strike for a video, about like it was like some kid like TV show characters jumping out of a car and fake fighting a man. And yeah, it's like if you can actually still watch the video. It's like if you I can't he might talk on it or link it or something. I don't know if he did link the video. But oh, there's some other videos like linked. I might have to check those out and see what they're about and things. But anyways, but yeah, overall, like Markiplier had got a strike for a video that was like, if you watch that video, and I didn't know what video he's talking about. I remember it, I just don't remember everything about it. But yeah, if you watch that video, it's definitely something a kid can watch. It's something a kid will most likely laugh at. Like I'm saying, like if you put an 8 or 9 year old kid like in front of a computer and have him watch that video, he's not going to be crying and screaming like, "Oh my God, please turn it off! I can't watch that. I can't watch my favorite TV show characters fight a man, fake fight a man, fake fight, fake." Fights, two keywords in that videos, or just about the video. So it's like, YouTube, what's the problem? But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. And the reason why I'm reacting to this video, because the same thing's been happening to me since October. YouTube had gave me a strike for an angry grandpa reaction video, a parkour fails video, a try not to laugh challenge, and then it was a compilation of people just doing dumb stuff. So overall, yes, YouTube felt like that those videos went against the guidelines. And it's not like in my video I was encouraging people to do any of the stuff that was going on in the videos. But I have done videos explaining it. But if not, if you're new and you can't find those videos, I will most likely talk about them in this video or in future videos. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Last night, I received my first ever YouTube strike, and it was for violent and graphic content.
And that's the same thing that they'll say with me. It's like, yeah, violent or graphic or harmful and dangerous.
I can't show you the clip in question because obviously if I did, they would just take it down and give me another strike, but I can summarize it for you. Imagine SpongeBob, Mickey Mouse, Scrat from Ice Age, and some purple bunny that I'm not familiar with, all ganging up on some unsuspecting Russian guy and beating him up in the middle of the road. It's horrifying. It's terrifying. Which is why it was in my Try Not to Laugh challenge video. Specifically, Try Not to Laugh number 2. If you go search for that video, it is no longer there. I am very sorry. This heinous video, which was clearly a danger.
And I think I think the way I found out about that was when I had seen this video. And then yeah, it's like not too long later, yeah, YouTube, because this is September, so September of last year. And I can't remember exactly when, but then it wasn't too long after that, in October of last year, then yeah, they also gave me a strike for harmful, dangerous, violent, and I think it was the harmful and dangerous content. But anyways, but it was like, and then that video, so that first strike was the angry grandpa reaction video, and it was like the gasoline wake up prank. But if you watch first and second to the video, he says that in this gas can is water, room temperature water. He didn't say it was boiling hot. He didn't say it was sub-zero freezing, like that will go on your skin and just freeze your complete arm and stuff. Like, it was room temperature water. Poured it on his adult son, not like a child or somebody like, no, his adult son, his son that is over the age of 18. And then on top of that, my thing is like, the prank, obviously his son was cool with it because his son is the one that's uploading the videos. I'm like, just so burps will happen. But anyways, but yeah, his son is the one that's posting the video. So my thing is like, maybe you guys should have contacted his son and said, hey, is it okay that he posted this video? Yes, because he's the one that posted it. So, but anyways,
to the unsuspecting population of YouTube, has finally been taken down after 4 ungodly years Of
And the angry grandpa video, I think I had recorded that in 2019. I think it was either 2018, 2019. And yeah, then they waited. But then with these last 3 strikes that they gave me, because in total, like since October, they've given me like 4 strikes. But they will wait until 1 strike expires and then give me another strike. So then I'm just like randomly at some point in time, I'm not able to upload for like a week or 2 weeks or something. And yeah, and it was like, but for the other like 3 strikes and stuff, it was like the videos was uploaded back in like 2015, 2016. So I was like forgotten all about the videos. I wasn't thinking about the videos. It wasn't like nobody was watching it would be different, I guess, if I was like in Markiplier's like shoes, where I do have 20 million subscribers and people are going back and forth from my like watching my older videos and stuff. But they wasn't. Like, nobody had commented on that video in a long time. Nobody had watched that video in a long time. I forgot all about the video because nobody was paying attention to those videos. If you were subscribed to me last year, then it's like, yeah, obviously you know that everybody was watching my McNasty reaction videos, the Do reaction videos. Who else? Like, yeah, it's like a bunch of other YouTubers I was watching and doing videos on rather than those videos I wasn't even paying attention to anymore. So, but anyways, it's like, that's why I was saying, like, I wish YouTube would give you the option to say, like, hey, you got this amount of time. Like, if you were to say, like, hey, you got 24 hours to take down this video, otherwise they're going to give you a strike, I will gladly take the video down. I don't care for the video. My thing is, like, I know I could just upload a few more videos and then make up those views again. But yeah, it's like in the videos that I had to, that was, like, given strikes and was taken down, they had, like, I think one video had over 1,000 views, but other than that, all the other videos I think had like less than 1,000 views. So all of them, I was like, bro, I can upload like 2-3 videos and make all those views back. Like, I'm not worried about those videos. So that's why I just wish that I was given an option rather than, like, you know, having to sit here and work extra harder on my other channels. Like, and I said that with YouTube, I'm like, my main channel is my main source of income. So at the end of the day, like, when I'm not able to upload, that's me losing out on money, and that's me being put in a situation where I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay my bills or not. And I don't think YouTube, it's like, and then bet money if the people behind YouTube, if they were in my situation, they would be saying the same exact thing that I'm saying. So that's why I really do believe that YouTube, I think with Markiplier, like, they, you know, it's just like, oh, okay, let's fix this situation. But with smaller YouTubers, it's like, no, we're not going to fix the situation. You're a small YouTuber. You have no say-so on YouTube. So
exposure on YouTube, it is finally gone. And the people can feel justice again. I mean, anyone who watches this clip would understand that it is not violent or shocking content. And anyone can make that call for themselves. Because you can still watch this video.
yeah.
Because it's still up on YouTube. If you search...
I think I did check a while ago, and I was like, I did see this. I can't remember if it was the second or whatever strike, but I just remember, like, talking on this on Markiplier, because he's really the only YouTuber I know that's been wrongfully given a strike, like me and him, and I'll check like other YouTubers to see if the same things happen to him or it's happened to them. But yeah, it's like I remember a while ago, and I think when I did get one of the strikes, yeah, I checked and the video is still up. The video that he's talking about that YouTube was all like, oh, it's harmful and dangerous, or violent or whatever. It's like it's still up on YouTube. So
YouTube for like Mickey Mouse Road Rage or SpongeBob Road Rage or Mickey Mouse SpongeBob Road Rage incident Russia caught on camera. You will find the video and you'll know exactly what we're talking about. And you can see for yourself how this video is not in any way actually violence. It's a joke, but not according to the manual review system.
yeah.
Who's making these calls? We don't know. Who's giving these answers?
And what was so messed up, it was with, I think it was with the Try Not to Laugh challenge, because it was this, so the video that they took down from the Try Not to Laugh challenge was a video, and I think everybody has seen this video, and you can look the video up. Kid hits a kid in the face with a keyboard. And if you probably already know what I'm talking about, but it was these two, like, they look like teenagers, but they were playing a video game. One lost, the other one won. Then the other one looked at him and started laughing. He took the keyboard, hit across his face. And when I asked him, and I brought that up, and I said, like, hey, this video has been brought up like or been uploaded numerous times. There's even a big YouTuber that I will not name drop, but even he has reacted to that video, and you would think his video would come up first before mine's, because that video at the I think before they took it down, yes, it had under 1,000 views. And so when I said, like, is that fair that you guys like have all these other videos up like containing that video, but my video gets taken down? And the representative said yes. And that's when I was like, either somebody at YouTube has something against me, or I was talking to a robot. Like, I refuse to believe that that's fair treatment, where everybody else gets to have this video uploaded and I get a strike, and I'm not able to upload. And it's like, here it is, this big YouTuber, this man's making millions of dollars probably every single month. I'm probably not even, I can't even like put in percentage, like it's probably like 0.0000000, like a whole bunch of zeros, one. Like, I'm barely making, compared to that YouTuber, like I'm probably would be considered broke, like comparing my lifestyle to that YouTuber. But anyways,
YouTube doesn't know. Who's talking to YouTube in YouTube that YouTube has to fight YouTube against, or YouTube has to check YouTube with? Who knows? Nah, I don't really care about the video itself getting taken down. I mean, yeah. I do, but, you know, I don't. What I do care about is YouTube's uneven application of their own rules. Yeah. And I'm usually the first person to give them the benefit of the doubt. When they make like a controversial decision, or they, you know, make a mistake, I usually try to understand that there are people behind the company. It's not just one big start. It's a bunch of people all trying to do what is best for the platform and the creators.
And I 100% understand that. That's why I'm like, if you like watch my videos and things and just like overall ask any of the people, I don't do anything to promote like harmful and dangerous, like, you know, acts. Like any of the videos that was taken down from YouTube, it wasn't like I was in the video saying, oh yeah, guys, make sure you go out and do that. Make sure you guys go out and, you know, do some wild and crazy things. I'm like, no, I don't. I never said that. I never will. And if I have, I'm like, I obviously was joking around, or I take that, you know, if I wasn't, then yeah, I take that stuff. Don't go out and do wild and crazy things. I don't care how much, you know, you think it's like, oh, it's like, this is the content to upload. Like, no, it's not the type of content to upload. That's why I'm like, I've just been very hesitant about telling people, like, you know, oh, just, you know, just be careful with what you do on YouTube. Like, don't, you know, do anything wild and crazy. But anyways.
In this case, it is actually the people behind the scenes that are making the mistake. For me, yeah. This all started last night when I was made aware of a tweet by Mr. Moist himself, saying that he had gotten a community strike, and he said to Team YouTube that it was unfair, which it was. YouTube replied that they were looking into it, and to no one's surprise, they upheld their decision, doubling down on the mistake. This especially wasn't a surprise to the Moist Man himself, because he made a video that he recorded before they even responded, calling that they would not reverse the decision.
In an act of desperation,
and they don't. And I'm like, I'm most likely will react to this video too, just to add more to it. Because the Team YouTube page, I'm like, I honestly don't understand the reason for that page, or even the YouTube supports like thing that they have on the like when you go to like the YouTube like channel studio, then there's like that like message box thing that you can talk to a representative, and they're not helpful either. The only thing that they really just do is just, I guess, talk to you, like not even for emotional support, just to make you more emotional. So it's like there's really no reason to talk to the Team YouTube page or whatever. It's like, probably, I don't even know who you honestly can talk to when stuff like this goes down. It's like you can't really talk to anybody, so it's not like anybody is gonna help. So
I did what any sad Boy Scout would do. I tweeted at YouTube. I gave it a whirl to see what that would do, and they responded saying they'd look into it and thanks for my patience. And you know what? I don't expect the answer to change. In fact, I'm so confident it won't that I've already made this before they give me their final answer. And I imagine by the time I upload this, they will have already said on Twitter publicly that the video violates their policy and that I should review their terms of service or something similar to that effect.
That video is linked in the description if you want to check it out. I suggest you do, because it gives a lot more context as to why this is all stupid in the first place. But where I get involved is when he made a follow-up tweet that had a screenshot from one of my videos, the Try Not to Laugh video, with the same clip that he got a strike for. And he asked, Why didn't I get a strike? When is that one coming? And a lot of people were like, oh no, he's snitching on Mark. And that's literally not the case here. That's not what it's about. I've got nothing but respect for the good mythical moist.
And see, that's the thing where I'm like, I want to name drop the YouTuber that had reacted to the same video, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to put him in a situation. I'm like, yeah, this dude's making millions and things, but all I can say is that he makes music. And you know, that's I don't know, I don't even feel comfortable saying that, but yeah, I had it was funny. I feel like YouTube had kind of just did that as like a slap in the face towards me and things, because it was, I didn't even watch the video. You know how like when YouTube, when you like hover over a video and it does like that like thing where it gives you a preview. That was the preview. The video that they took down from my channel, that was the preview, and I was like, wow, like if that's like not like honestly breaking into my house, slapping me as hard as you can and laughing and say what a loser, that's how I felt. Like that's honestly how I couldn't help myself but like laugh a little, because I'm like, wow, that's funny. But anyways,
but when it came down to it, I'm always ready to throw down when it comes to these issues. So I quote tweeted him, tagging Team YouTube and saying, fair is fair. When am I gonna get a strike? And to my actual surprise, I did get one. Which
that's
was
crazy.
Interesting.
I don't remember that. I just remember, you know, he got a strike. I don't remember how he got the strike and things, but I just thought it was like the same thing as mine. But it's like, no, he actually tweeted them, and they. And people, there was one guy I remember that commented on either one of the videos or posts that I made about YouTube wrongfully giving me a strike, and somebody was saying that it's fair, but I'm like, is this fair? Is this fair at all? Like, that's
choice on that part. Now, because it's my first strike, I get off with a warning, which means that I can still upload and stuff. But the problem is, there's clearly an issue with improper application, or at least uneven application of YouTube's community guidelines. And moreover, there's a communication issue at the heart of it all. Now, I want to be very clear. I'm not against the rules themselves.
Yeah.
Those rules
like, I'm like, no, it's like, have the rules that you want to have, but you gotta understand when people are up, like, when they have videos from years ago, do you honestly think they're gonna be thinking about those videos? Like, it wasn't even like all of the videos that YouTube has taken down from my channel was not videos that stood out. They wasn't my most viewed videos. They wasn't, you know, they didn't mean anything to me. So that's why I'm like, at the end of the day, if they would have notified me to take the videos down, and I would have been like, bruh, this video would have never been recorded. No other videos would have been recorded. I would have not recorded anything talking on, you know, YouTube wrongfully giving me strikes. But since that's the case, then I'm like, well, you leave me no choice. You're not helping me. You're not reversing the decision. My thing was, it's like, look, can you guys just take the, like, you know, keep the video off. Like, you know, like, just keep it where the video is off of YouTube. I don't care about that, but can you at least take the strike off of my channel so I am able to, like, upload? Because I'm like, you guys are literally putting me in a situation where I can't upload for 2 weeks, and I'm relying on my gaming channel or my music or Twitch to, like, you know, like, pay something. I'm like, I'm not going to be asking my fans to donate to me. I'm not going to be asking my fans to subscribe to me. I'm not going to be pushing out my music. And I'm not, you know, I'm like, I'll, like, shout all that stuff out saying, hey, follow me here, you know, I'll do that. But I'm like, you guys ain't got to, like, send me money. I just want to be able to, like, my thing is, like, only thing I care about is giving you guys content. I will, you know, avoid, like, you know, the content that's bad, of course, but I'm just saying, like, can I at least, like, you know, can I at least just have that option? Like, that's all that I care for. If I have that option, I will never, ever talk about this type of stuff again. But if I don't have that option, I'm going to continue keep talking about this stuff, because I'm like, it's not fair. It's not fair at all. There's channels out there. My thing is, like, what upsets me is that if you're a news channel or if it's a documentary or something, you're allowed to keep this, like, you know, crazy and wild stuff in there. But if you're just a content creator, just, you know, trying to just, you know, get by and stuff, or not even get by, but it's like making a living for yourself. Because luckily I'm not in a situation where I have a family or kids or something. It's like, that would have been rough. That had been extremely rough. And so I'm like, yeah, it's YouTube. Like, you got to give out options to people. It's like, rather than, you know, putting them in a situation where they can't do nothing. Luckily, he just got a warning. Me, it's like, you guys give me a strike and don't even wait for the next strike to expire. So I'm, like, stuck for 2 weeks not being able to do nothing.
They're there for a reason, and there is content that falls within those rules that should be taken down, which is why they have manual review in the first place. But that also is its own issue, and to better understand that issue, I should put in perspective just how big YouTube actually is. Some of you may already know this, but it's something like, as of May of 2019, YouTube gets approximately 500 hours of video uploaded every single minute. If you thought I was going to say hour or day, you were dead wrong. Minute. That turns into 30,000 hours of content per hour. 720,000 hours per day, which is 82 years of content every day. And in that content is obviously going to be some pretty messed up shit, which is why YouTube has this community guidelines in the first place, and which is why we are all agreeing that that shit should be taken down. Anything that actually falls within the rules should be. But it's not. Critical explains this more in another video that I will link in the description, where he talks about literal animal abusers that have videos that are still up, or their channels are still up. And we can all agree that those types of videos, or anything equally horrendous, should be taken down immediately. No one's arguing that. But again, with the number problem, if YouTube were to have people manually checking every single video, every single day, assuming like 8 hours a day with no breaks in between, and they only have to watch the video once to make the right call, which is probably not the case, but we're assuming, they would need 90,000 people every single day, working 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And I highly doubt that they have 90,000 people working around the clock. It seems awfully unrealistic. But you know what they do have? They have tens of millions of people watching every single video on YouTube multiple times. They have you, all of you. All the millions of people that watch YouTube around the world, around the clock, constantly are there. And that's why they have the self-moderation system. That's why they have reporting. That's why they have all the different categories to report under. And when they get reports, enough of them on videos, then they manually review them. I think that's how it works. But what is the point of having a self-moderating community if they just don't listen? We are telling you that not only this video is not violent or graphic content, and it is clearly not, and everyone agrees that it's not. But we are also pointing out videos that do go against the community guidelines that are not being taken down. Even years later, they're not being taken down. By the way, the clip that
there's videos that was uploaded, like, cause what? So 2015, 2016, that was like the majority of the videos that they take it down. It was the one video. So there was like 3 of the videos that they take it down. Then there was the one video, that Angry Grandpa videos, is in 2019. There is videos from like 8 years ago, 9, 10 years ago that I seen up on YouTube where it was the same like type of video that they've taken down from my channel, but like more views than that, like at that too. But my video gets taken down. That's why I'm confused. I'm like, how is it that my video gets pointed out first, and it's like, it has under 1,000, but it's like videos with millions of views, or if not millions, it has like thousands of views, like a lot more than mine. So
used is from the incredibly talented James Lee, who's also linked in the description. Just wonderful stuff. You should check him out. But they need to trust their creators and community more. You know what's funny about this is, if they really had a problem with this clip, let's say, for example, this clip was actually bad, which it's not, but let's just say, for example, you know what they could have done to handle it? They could have reached out.
Exactly.
They could have just talked to us.
Yep.
They could have asked us to take it down. I'd like to think that we have a good reputation. You know, if a channel is actually in good standing with no strikes, why can't they ask us to do it for them? Why not ask us to self-moderate? I don't know if you know this, but YouTube actually has a feature where you can go into any video that you've already uploaded, even if it's public, and you can go out and you can trim out sections of video anytime. And you'll save it.
I forgot about this. Yeah. I completely forgot about that. Very well could have did that. I'm like, but my thing was like, I don't even care for that. I don't even care for that. But I'm like, it's actually kind of cool. And I'm like, I would have did that. I would have just edited that part out myself. But if not that, I'm like, fam, I would have taken the video down. I'm like, hey, just let me know. Or I'm like, just give me some time. I will find the video, or just let me, most likely they'll send you the video and like what went against the guidelines. I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'll take this video down, upload another video, make the views back all over again. So I'm like, I'm not tripping off of that video. Like, I could care less. And if the thing was, because I'm like, I'm going to listen to YouTube first before I listen to somebody that's like, oh, I love that video, re-upload that video. I'm like, no, YouTube doesn't want me to re-upload that video. So therefore, I am listening to YouTube. Like, I have no choice at the end of the day in this situation like that. So,
and then like within a few hours, it'll reprocess it and everyone will never see that part again. And many people won't even know that it was gone. So if you have someone in good standing, why not ask them to cut out the things that are a problem? If the whole video is not the issue, and it's only a small clip of them, why not talk to the creators?
Yeah.
And if they don't do it, or if they don't make a good enough case for an appeal, then use your own tools that you have and do it for them.
Yeah.
And then give them a strike.
Even if it was a situation where they just, like they blurred it out or something, I'd been like, oh, okay, well, my apologies. I didn't realize that went against the guidelines, but yeah, I'm like, but my thing is like, I'll do it myself. I'll take the video down myself just to avoid a strike. But I'm like, I can't, I can't really like be in a situation like this, where I'm not able to upload for 2 weeks. But it's like, I guess I have to like deal with it, but
do it then. You know what I mean? Be like, all right, you got to take care of this, or it's a problem, or we're going to give you a strike. And I can be like, look, it's not. I'll make my case. Here it is. Here's my case. And if I'm actually having communication with someone and someone comes back to me and is like, look, I get it, but we can't take the risk. In some circles, maybe someone might assume that it is, and they might get hurt or offended.
I wouldn't even do all that. I wouldn't even argue. I'm like, you ain't got to tell me twice. I'll take the video down. So.
And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll do it, But at least the whole video isn't down. I'll just trim out that part, and they're like, okay, that's good. Thank you. That we reached a middle ground. Doesn't that sound great? Doesn't that sound wonderful?
It does.
Communication?
It does.
Talking? Yeah, and I get it. Retroactive application of rules has to happen. Rules change, and videos are up on YouTube for years and years. And sometimes, the community guidelines might change, and you need to apply them on videos that were in the past that are not okay anymore. But if that is the case, give people time to react. Give people time to adjust. Give people time to...
And don't give me a strike freaking 3 or 2 in the morning. With this last strike, I had just finished recording some gaming videos. Was just getting ready to just crash and go to sleep. And it was 3 a.m. when I stopped recording, but I checked the emails and they said the strike was given to me at like 2:14, I think. I'm like, bro, your average person, like, they're going to be asleep around that time. I'm just on some like freaking weird energy where I'm going to be up recording videos at that time. Even now, it's like almost 2 a.m. But yeah, it's like, bruh, a person's not going to be, oh, let me check my emails at 2 a.m. to see if I got a YouTube strike or something. Like it's stuff like that where I'm like, okay, the whole 24-hour things would be perfect, or, amount of time, whatever and stuff. But it could be even less than that. Like, I check my emails a lot. I check my YouTube channel. I'm on YouTube almost like for the whole day and stuff. So I would not mind taking the video down myself. Like, it doesn't even have to be a thing where I'm like editing or, blurring out. Like, if you want the video down, if the whole video, parts of the video, whatever, if it goes against the guidelines, I will take the video down. And that's where I'm like, if it's just that one video, like, or that one little clip of the video, it's like, really, you're going to have it where I can't upload for 2 weeks because of a 10-second clip of a video? Like, really? I think, yeah, that's a little bit overboard. That's like, and I've used this example before. I'm like, but that's like a cop pulling you over, right? And giving you a speeding ticket because he's seen you speeding like 20 years ago. He's giving you, not even that. He's putting you in jail for 2 weeks because he's seen you speeding 20 years ago. Do you think that's okay? Like, I mean, I feel like, yeah, you probably would get a speeding ticket in that situation where if it's an ongoing problem or something, like, then yes, then, give warnings, all right, speeding tickets, all right, but you're putting me in jail for 2 weeks? I'm like, fam, like, just, say, hey, this video has been taken down, or you know. But it's like the strike stuff. I'm like, here's the thing. I'm like, I feel like if it's a bad enough video, or if it's a video, you guys should be able to detect like, hey, this video has been uploaded numerous times, so you're not gonna get punished. If it was like a one of a kind video, like where it was something that I was doing, then it would be. Then I feel like that's when I'm like, okay, a strike should be in place. But I'm like, if I didn't like just go out of my way to upload that video, like I feel like it would be different if I were to upload my videos where it wasn't no reaction and I was just uploading the video just because. But I'm like, it wasn't that. So that's why I have such a problem with it, because I'm like, bro, I was just only reacting to it. There's people out there that's uploading this video for views, making money off of it. Here I am, I get in trouble. I'm like, bro, that's crazy.
Make the changes that need to be changed instead of just making it for them. You know, giving me a strike in what is basically retaliation for me reporting myself.
Yeah, that's
is
crazy.
Just petty.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Very.
It's petty. Who made that call? Who made that call? After I tweeted at Team YouTube, hey, fair is fair, instead of tweeting back at me like, look, you know, you're right, but we stand by this and we have to stick by it. If you could delete it, that'd be great. And then, you know, I would say, no, I'm not going to delete it. And then they would do it anyway. But at least there was a talk about it. At least there was communication about it. At least it seemed like there was another human that cared. And I want to be very clear. I want to be very, very, very clear. There are people at YouTube that do genuinely care. And my contact, Meg, has always been a champion for me. I actually have a contact at YouTube. My channel is big enough that they have deemed me worthy to have a person that talks to me. But Meg still has to fight. And the fact that she or anyone else at YouTube has to fight for me shows that there's a problem inside YouTube. Who are they fighting? Who's butting up against who? If the rules are even, why does there need to be a fight in the first place? That's because there's gray area. And that's where the community needs to be trusted.
Like, I do feel like there's people out there that do care for YouTubers, but I feel like there's like a higher up in the YouTube headquarters where it's like, no, like, can't do nothing about that. So
it boils down to the only problem that YouTube has ever really had, which is communication.
Yeah.
And transparency. I don't know why they make the decisions that they do sometimes. And half the time, I don't even think they do. So what I'd like from YouTube, and we will need an answer to this, is number one, removal of the strikes and reinstatement of the video, because obviously this is not correct application of the guidelines. It just flat out isn't. Everyone can see that. Number two, action against the videos that are being called out. Like, Critical has made many examples of videos that should be taken down or channels that are still up. Take action against them. And number three, communication about how this can be avoided in the future. Maybe take some of my suggestions to heart. Maybe trust your community a little more. These are not big asks. Well, the one is a mistake. The two is negligence. And three is just trust.
Yeah.
It's got to happen. You know,
because I'm like, my thing is like, I'm not going to go out of my way and upload content that's harmful or violent or dangerous or any of that stuff. And I would tell people, I'm like, hey, you know, in a situation like this, it's like, you got to be a trained professional. So don't try this at home. Like, even if it was something like that, where it's like, okay, you have like that whole age restriction thing. You have, and it's like, if you're doing this for kids' sake, it's like you have YouTube Kids. So literally, why are you punishing channels out there where you have like two things? Okay, like, not then the demonetized system where it's like, all right, have it where I don't make any money off of that video. If it's that big of a deal or something, there's three things right there that you guys have, yet you give me a strike and you take the video down and put me in a situation where I can't even upload for 2 weeks because of a video, not even the whole video itself, but a clip in the video that's probably 15-30 seconds long. And I'm like, fam, really? You're really punishing me? You're punishing me for 2 weeks for a 15 to 30 second long video. Does that seem fair? Like, does that honestly, like, really seem fair, though? That's why I'm like, that's why I have such a problem with this.
What that people really want is some trust. You know, I think creators just want to feel like they're a part of this YouTube thing. And not just another cog in the advertising machine. Anyway, if you guys want to check out all the videos that I've talked about, they're linked in the description. The hashtag started by Critical is #AnswerUsYouTube. So you can tweet at them with that. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. I'll be waiting.
Yeah, I'm like, it might be another video talking on it. But anyways, yeah, I just really hope one day that YouTube fixes that and I can, you know, upload on YouTube without being paranoid and scared. Like, well, dang, like, which video are they gonna take down next? Like, what? Like, in the recent, probably like since October, I've probably deleted well over 300 videos. Like, besides other videos, you know, that I was just deleting just because I didn't want them on YouTube anymore. Like, probably all together because I didn't really know, like, what videos. Because I'm scared. Like, I honestly, I don't, and I'm like, I shouldn't have to feel like that being a content creator. I should honestly feel welcome. I should feel like, you know, like, all right, I can upload onto YouTube with no problems. But I'm like, nah, like, every time when I go onto YouTube, I'm like, I'm always scared, like, dang, this is gonna be it. Like, they're gonna take this video down. They're gonna take this video down. I'm like, fam, I don't know like what to do anymore, and I'm like, I'm scared every single day with YouTube. Like, I just, you know, and the content creators shouldn't feel like that. They shouldn't feel scared. So anyways, yeah, hopefully one day YouTube fix their website, but if not, then I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. But anyways, yeah, guys, make sure you go subscribe to Markiplier and subscribe to the other I will be reacting to the other YouTubers video that he was talking on. And yeah, overall, we'll just add more to this situation. But anyways, thank you guys. Subscribe to Markiplier, subscribe to me too, and peace.